Welcome, aspiring chemists, to an exciting journey into the heart of organic chemistry. Today, we are diving into a fundamental concept: electrophiles. These electron-loving species are key players in countless reactions, from simple additions to complex synthesis. We'll explore them across four levels of depth, from basic definitions to competitive insights, ensuring you grasp every nuance for GME. Get ready to unlock the secrets of chemical reactivity. Let's start with the basics. What exactly are electrophiles? Think of them as the electron seekers of the chemical world. Ready to uncover their fundamental nature? An electrophile is essentially an electron-deficient species that craves electrons to complete its octet or stabilize itself. The name itself, electrophile, literally means electron-loving. These species act as Lewis acids, meaning they accept an electron pair from another molecule, which we call a nucleophile. They always attack regions of high electron density in other molecules. Remember, the core idea is their electron deficiency and their need to accept electrons to form a new bond. Electrophiles come in various forms. Common examples include positively charged ions like a proton, H+, or a nitronium ion, No, which you'll encounter in nitration reactions. Neutral molecules with an incomplete octet, such as boron trifluoride, BF, or aluminium chloride, AlCl, are also strong electrophiles because their central atom needs more electrons. Even molecules with highly polar multiple bonds, like the carbon in a carbonyl group, C=O, can act as electrophilic centers due to the partial positive charge on carbon. This diversity makes them versatile in organic reactions. Now, let's test your understanding with a few practice questions. Identify the electrophiles, predict their behavior, and think about where they might attack. These questions will help solidify your grasp on the basic characteristics of electrophiles. Take your time, analyze each option, and choose the best answer. Ready to go a bit deeper? We'll now explore the different types of electrophiles in more detail and see how they initiate various organic reactions. Let's expand our knowledge. Electrophiles are the initiators in many organic reactions, forming new bonds by accepting an electron pair. Their electron-deficient nature, making them Lewis acids, is their defining characteristic. They actively seek out electron-rich sites, like pi bonds or lone pairs, to react. We categorize them into several types: cations, like carbocations or halonium ions, neutral molecules with an incomplete octet, such as BF or AlCl, often acting as catalysts, and neutral molecules with highly polarized multiple bonds, where the partially positive atom becomes the electrophilic center, like the carbon in a carbonyl group. Understanding these categories is key to recognizing their role. Let's look at some specific examples. Positively charged electrophiles, such as H or No, are straightforward electron seekers. Neutral molecules like BF are excellent electrophiles because boron has only 6 valence electrons, readily accepting a pair to complete its octet. In carbonyl compounds, the electronegative oxygen pulls electron density away from carbon, giving the carbon a partial positive charge and making it an electrophilic site. Some elements also use vacant d orbitals, like silicon in CCl, to accept electrons. Each type plays a distinct role in different reaction mechanisms. Electrophiles are central to major reaction types. In electrophilic addition, characteristic of alkenes and alkynes, the electrophile attacks the electron-rich pi bond, leading to an intermediate carbocation. This is followed by a nucleophilic attack to complete the addition. Another crucial class is electrophilic aromatic substitution, where an electrophile replaces a hydrogen on an aromatic ring, as seen in the nitration of benzene. Friedel-Crafts reactions, which involve alkylation or acylation of aromatic rings, also rely on carbocations or acylium ions as electrophiles. The strength of an electrophile is directly linked to its electron deficiency and its ability to initiate these transformations. Time to tackle some medium-level problems. These questions will challenge you to identify different types of electrophiles, predict their behavior in specific reactions, and consider factors influencing their reactivity. Apply the concepts we've just discussed, think critically about the electron flow, and identify the correct answers to deepen your understanding. Now, let's elevate our understanding of electrophiles. We'll dive into their generation, stability, and how they interact with other species, connecting them to fundamental theories. Are you ready for a more analytical approach? Electrophiles are rarely present as preformed, stable species. They are often generated in situ during a reaction. For instance, in aromatic bromination, Br is formed from Br by the catalytic action of Fe-Br. Carbocations, another class of electrophiles, can be generated from alcohols or alkenes. Crucially, the stability of a carbocation, which follows the order tertiary, secondary, primary, influences its ease of formation. While most stable carbocations form more readily, they are generally less reactive as electrophiles because their electron deficiency is somewhat mitigated. This delicate balance between formation and reactivity is key. All electrophiles are Lewis acids, accepting electron pairs, which makes them complementary to Lewis bases, the nucleophiles. Let's explicitly compare electrophiles and nucleophiles. Electrophiles are electron deficient, seeking electrons, and act as Lewis acids. They attack electron-rich centers and often carry a positive charge or have an incomplete octet. Examples include H, Bf, and the carbonyl carbon. Nucleophiles, on the other hand, are electron-rich, donating electrons, and act as Lewis bases. They attack electron-deficient centers and often carry a negative charge or have lone pairs. Examples include O, NH, and the pi bond of an alkene. Understanding this complementary nature is fundamental to predicting reaction pathways in organic chemistry. From the perspective of frontier orbital theory, or FMO, the interaction between an electrophile and a nucleophile is governed by their frontier orbitals. Specifically, it's the interaction between the highest occupied molecular orbital, or HOMO, of the nucleophile and the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital, or LUMO, of the electrophile. A lower energy LUMO in an electrophile generally signifies greater electrophilicity, as it can more readily accept electrons from the nucleophile's HOMO. Various factors influence electrophilicity, including the presence of a positive charge, the electronegativity of adjacent atoms, and steric hindrance around the electrophilic center. Even the solvent environment can play a significant role, stabilizing or destabilizing the electrophile and thus affecting its reactivity. Now, let's challenge ourselves with 7 hard-level questions. These will require you to think about electrophile generation, stability, and their behavior in more complex reaction scenarios. Consider the underlying principles of Lewis acid-base theory and how different factors influence electrophilicity. Analyze each problem carefully and apply your comprehensive understanding. Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll delve into the deepest aspects of electrophiles, exploring their quantitative measures, stereochemistry, and their profound impact on industrial and biological systems. Prepare for a truly competitive perspective. The conceptualization of electrophiles and nucleophiles by Christopher Kelkin-Gold in the 1930s was a watershed moment in organic chemistry, providing a systematic framework for understanding reaction mechanisms beyond empirical observations. This framework seamlessly integrates with Lewis acid-base theory, where electrophiles act as Lewis acids. Modern understanding is further enriched by molecular orbital theory. Specifically, the reactivity of an electrophile is dictated by the energy and spatial distribution of its lowest unoccupied molecular orbital, or LUMO. A lower energy LUMO signifies a stronger electrophile, poised to accept electrons from the nucleophile's HOMO, driving the reaction forward. This foundational shift allowed for predictive power in organic synthesis. Beyond qualitative descriptions, quantitative electrophilicity scales, such as the Mayer scale, provide kinetic benchmarks for comparing the reactivity of various electrophiles. These scales are invaluable for predicting reaction rates and product distributions, especially in scenarios involving competing reaction pathways. The hard and soft acid and base principle, or SUB, further refines our understanding, predicting that hard electrophiles prefer to react with hard nucleophiles and soft electrophiles with soft nucleophiles. In terms of engineering and mechanism, electrophilic reactions often exhibit remarkable regoselectivity and stereoselectivity. Regoselectivity, such as Markovnikov's rule in addition reactions or directing effects in aromatic substitution, is governed by the stability of carbocation intermediates or electronic influences of substituents. Stereoselectivity, like the anti-addition observed in bromination, arises from the specific geometry of transition states and intermediates, such as bridged halonium ions. Mastering these nuances is crucial for predicting and controlling reaction outcomes. Electrophiles are not confined to laboratory flasks. They play critical roles in industrial synthesis and biological processes. Industrially, electrophilic aromatic substitution forms the backbone of manufacturing countless chemicals, from pharmaceuticals and dyes to polymers and agrochemicals. Think about the nitration of benzene to produce nitrobenzene, a precursor to aniline, or Friedel-Crafts reactions for synthesizing various organic intermediates. In biological systems, electrophilic attacks are fundamental to many enzymatic mechanisms. For example, protonation, a simple electrophilic attack by H, is a common step catalyzed by enzymes to activate substrates. However, the reactivity of some electrophiles, like epoxides or certain alkylating agents, can also be detrimental. These species can act as mutagens or carcinogens by reacting irreversibly with nucleophilic sites on DNA, leading to cellular damage and genetic mutations. Understanding this dual nature is vital in drug design and toxicology. The profound impact of electrophiles extends to catalyst design and reaction optimization in chemical engineering. Lewis acid catalysts, themselves electrophilic, are extensively employed to activate substrates or generate even stronger electrophiles, thereby accelerating reactions and improving selectivity. For example, in Friedel-Crafts reactions, the careful selection of a Lewis acid, such as UlCl, FeCl, or BF, and its precise concentration are critical parameters that dictate reaction yield, product purity, and the overall economic viability. Modern chemical engineering focuses on developing heterogeneous catalysts that mimic the efficiency of homogeneous Lewis acids, offering advantages in terms of easier catalyst separation, regeneration, and reduced environmental impact. This pursuit of sustainable and efficient processes underscores the enduring legacy and ongoing innovation driven by our understanding of electrophilic chemistry. Now, for the ultimate test. These first 5 questions at the hardest level will challenge your deepest understanding of electrophiles. Think about reaction mechanisms, regoselectivity, and the subtle interplay of electronic effects. Apply your knowledge of advanced concepts like FMO theory and sub-principles. Analyze each scenario critically to arrive at the precise answer. Let's continue with the remaining 5 questions for the hardest level. These problems will push you to consider the industrial and biological implications of electrophiles, catalyst design, and quantitative aspects of reactivity. Connect the theoretical frameworks with practical applications. These questions are designed to prepare you thoroughly for the most challenging aspects of GME. And that concludes our deep dive into electrophiles. We've journeyed from basic definitions to their complex roles in advanced organic reactions, industrial processes, and biological systems. Mastering this topic is crucial for your success in GME. For more such comprehensive and engaging educational content, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates and to continue your learning journey with us. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep excelling.